Welcome to Coffee and a Weather Map with Jeff. It is Monday, August 25th, 2025. Things are moving a little slower this morning, but it's quiet so far. Weather is quiet as well, so as we look at things over South Texas and Lower Michigan, rain's still possible in both places, although we'll get into that in a little bit. And it is definitely cooler in Lower Michigan. So let's get into all the forecast. Let's see here. All right, looking at the upper air pattern over Lower Michigan, we do have an upper level low to the north there in Canada up by James Bay. We are, though, north of the jet streak. That's that green area there running from the Central Plains through the Ohio Valley and then back up through New England. And that's an area of extra uplift that happens as I've been kind of talking about it. The most favorable area for uplift to help really get thunderstorms or showers or any precipitation going is in the right rear portion of it. So that would be right in this area down here, basically in an area from about Nebraska to Missouri. However, in Michigan, we are north of that area, so while there is uplift, there's cooler air above, so it helps to make things unstable. We're not into that favorable area. So that'll be a good thing, at least as far as the precipitation coming more towards an end, and we'll talk about that here in a bit. Over South Texas, it just remains over an upper low or upper high there, which stretches out from the desert southwest through all the way down to the Gulf Coast and over the Gulf itself. There are little waves around there as well, so just there could be still showers and thunderstorms. As I said, we'll go into the details here in a bit. On the upper level around the surface map, we are looking at in a cold front that stretches down out of Canada through the New England states, down the East Coast, across the southern states, and in through North Texas, where it becomes a stationary front, and then all the way up the front range of the Rocky Mountains. That stationary front portion will be an important thing to watch here in the coming up. But for the most part, looks like the high is going to probably try to move into Michigan here over the next day or so, and that will help to quiet our weather down a bit. All right, let's jump into the SPC and WPC sections. So I have the two overlaid, as I often do, especially when it's quiet. You see general thunderstorms in New England and down into Florida, and that's with that cold front. There's still a little bit of things in South Texas there to some impulses. There's a lot of thunderstorms off the shore, and we'll look at the radar here in a second just to kind of show that. And otherwise, through the southern plains and into the Rocky Mountains, we've got slight risks for heavy rain, and that's due to that stationary front helping to trigger the showers and thunderstorms along there. And then there's monsoonal moisture getting into Arizona there, so we've got that area as a slight risk for the excessive heavy rain. They're real quick to take a look. Not a whole lot of showers currently over Michigan. It's all based off of that lake effect sort of thing. We've got temperatures at 5,000 feet that are right around 5 or 6 degrees C, and then at the surface, at the water, it's 22 degrees C. Well, it'd be about 72, 74-ish, something like that. When you've got a big difference, and we always worked in metric as far as the temperatures were concerned when we were doing this type of forecasting. If you have anything over a 13-degree difference in water temperature, that's Celsius, you would end up with, usually that was enough to get showers and showers to go, and that's what we've been getting. That northwest flow, you can almost make out that those showers are kind of lined up along little lines that are parallel to the wind direction. Right now, it's not happening down here in the Whitehall, Muskegon area where we're at, but it is up north, which is typically what would happen on these types of events. As I said, also down in South Texas, you can see there's showers and thunderstorms off the coast, and that's all part of that same system that's been kind of just sitting around there in the upper level. You saw that little tiny low, and you had some wind directions. What will most likely happen, and I've seen this happen when we were living down there, was that as the sea breeze moves in, then it'll carry some of these showers and thunderstorms in and help to trigger more in there. But right now, expected is isolated showers, at least for today in South Texas. And we'll talk more about in the local forecast section. All right. So that's for today. Tomorrow, kind of the same thing going for Texas and Florida, as well as then with showers and thunderstorms possible over the next couple of days. Actually, the chances increase over South Texas as things kind of get a little bit more organized. But the main area is still going to be kind of along that front for excessive heavy rain into the southern plains, up the front range of the Rocky Mountains. And then as moisture and it gets going, the afternoon thunderstorms may be enough going up into the Intermountain West and the monsoonal moisture coming up out of Arizona. So that'll be something to watch tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we do have a front that kind of sags down into the upper Great Lakes out of Canada, and that's going to probably cause at least some showers and thunderstorms at this point. And you see that we still have that thing hung up there in the Central Plains with the slight risk that's expected in Kansas. But, we continue with scattered showers and thunderstorms down in South Texas as well again. All right, so let's go into the... I did want to mention one thing about the tropics. It's pretty quiet. Tropical storm Fernand is no threat to land. It's north and east of Bermuda, and it's going to continue to move on, and it's not expected to gain any strength during this time. And the little wave that was in the southern Caribbean, or would have gotten into the Caribbean, I think it's just getting around to the Antilles, or it's just past the Lesser Antilles. It's now at a 0% chance for development. So that's going to go away for the rest of the time. All right, like I said, let's go to the local forecasts. Temperatures in lower Michigan are gradually going to warm up through the next couple of days before that next cold front comes through. We are currently looking at temperatures mainly in the 60s across it, with the coolest ones in northern Michigan. You can see Gaylord there's at 62. If you're out near the lake shores, because of the water temperatures, we're actually looking at temperatures in the mid 60s now. As you get further into southern lower Michigan, it's getting closer to 70, so upper 60s to around 70 degrees. You can start seeing some yellows. That means you're going to get into the lower 70s in a few places in southern lower Michigan, but for the most part, mid 60s from the northern lower all the way to around 70 degrees there across the lower peninsula for Tuesday. Wednesday looks like it's going to be our warmer day with temperatures through the 70s, or at least up through the mid 70s as you get further south. But that front is expected to come through on Wednesday, or at least Wednesday night. So that will be the next kicker, and then we'll get into another round of 60s for the next couple of days after that. Looking at South Texas weather, well, we're back into that summer mode, as I had kind of hinted if you read the post. The temperatures are expected to be around 100 or 101, 102-ish out in the brush country. We're expecting showers and thunderstorms, and I would say mainly along the coastal areas, since the showers and thunderstorms currently are just offshore in the Gulf. Temperature's going to range from the upper 80s there along the coast all the way to around 100 or into the low hundreds there into the Rio Grande Valley. As I said, the beach cast looks good with the upper 80s. Light east wind, low rip current risk. And then threw in the extended forecast just to see how things are going. Coastal plains, 45% chance for showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday and Wednesday as that little system kind of moves on in there. It will move back out on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday another one comes in. And then we've got temperatures basically with what we've been showing over the last, I don't know how many weeks here now. Lower 90s to right under the, just over 100 degrees, getting almost to 105 out in the western portions of South Texas. So for that, thanks for listening. I'm glad you stuck around. If you like what you're hearing, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you would like weather forecasts, let me know. I will see what I can do, and we can even talk about it depending on how intricate they are. I appreciate it, and have a great day.